Neighbor took my parking spot after I shoveled. I poured water in his windshield. Am I threshold? It was a cold winter day. 8 inches of snow had fallen the night before, and the wind chill made it feel as if it were in the negatives Fahrenheit. I drive an all-wheel drive SUV, so I have no issues getting out. My wife, on the other hand, drives a Prius, which slides with the smallest amount of moisture on the road. My car was down at the time, so we had to take my wife's car. I spent 45 minutes in the freezing cold shoveling that car out so we could get to the store. We were gone for an hour, and when we came back, our neighbor had taken the spot I had shoveled. Our apartment complex doesn't have assigned parking, but in the winter, it's understood that if you shovel a spot, it's yours. So when I saw his car in the spot I had just shoveled, I was pretty pissed. I went inside and filled 2-gallon jugs of water, went back out and poured them on his windshield. Rinse and repeat. I must have poured about 10 gallons of water on his car. Being how cold it was already freezing by the time I poured the last gallon on. It sat like that overnight. The next morning, I got to watch as he helplessly tried to scrape all of these layers of ice off his windshield. Don't take my goddamn parking spot. Edit, you guys need to chill. This isn't R or AITA. I'm not looking for judgment because I already know I'm an asshole. The point of this sub is to tell stories of petty revenge. It'd say I was being pretty damn petty. Edit 2. Sorry, I find it so funny people telling me I committed vandalism. No damage was done except for wasting like 5 minus 10 minutes of his time. Ever hear of freezing rain? It does the same thing I did to his car. Never does any damage. This was also many years ago, and the cops haven't come to arrest me yet. I think I'm good. Response 1. My old post on this and a petty revenge. Monday night, we got about a foot of snow. Bit unusual for this area, so most people didn't go into work Tuesday. This means street parking is nearly full with unmoved cars covered in snow. Yesterday afternoon, I head out to pick up a few things. Shoveling out my car from the street parking spot probably took about 15 minutes. Takes a little while to move the 3,000 or so pounds of snow off and from around my car and dig a path through the snowplow's mess. The whole time I have been shoveling snow from around my car, there has been a lady waiting to take my parking spot. While there are maybe 2 or 3 empty spots on the street, all are filled with snow. So I do what I must. I put the snow shovel in my trunk and head back inside. Response 2, the neighbor kid came over one snowy morning and asked my dad if he could shovel our driveway for a few bucks. He was young and small for his age, but Dad said yes as he was delighted by the kids' initiative. Dad has spent his own childhood shoveling snow and mowing lawns for money. He laughed as he closed the front door, saying it would probably not be done particularly well, but he would still gladly pay him. A few minutes later, we look outside and the kid's dad is there with a snowblower cleaning off the driveway. Turns out the little snot heard his dad saying he was coming over to clear the snow and darted through the bushes to ring our doorbell and secure a promise of payment before his dad showed up. We thought it was hilarious, but the kid was forced to come apologize to us and return the money when his dad found out. Response 3, Ilove the ops edit. Guys, I know I'm the asshole here. Fuck him and fuck you all too. I'd gild this post if I could. Response 4, Bitch, somebody. A complete rondo? Pulled into the spot I just shoveled in our private driveway to park and pick up someone else on the street? When confronted said, well, there wasn't anywhere else to park. Excuse me? I deal with a lot of trespassers, people who block the driveway or hydrant, and entitled trespassing-ish holes who don't clean up after their dogs. Like daily, so I just started fucking lobbing snowballs. Get the fuck she goes. You're really immature. And I said, and Fayin mean as hell too, and kept firing. My neighbor she was picking up ain't had shit to say, but he actually got in the truck when I said get in that damn truck. Y'all, everybody is at their wits' end, and you really should not be testing people out here in these streets.